Hello friends, and welcome again to another AFK journey video. In this video we'll be talking about Talene and the way that you acquire her. Now if you started a new account it will take you a while, but you need to clear the stages in Abyss Trials, I think, or AFK stages 1125 on your main season, not on the off season. And then you're gonna get this chest which allow you to pick one of the high potent celestials, and here where you can collect Talene. So if we go back to your inventory, you have a box. First of all, let's do this. You have a box and then you can pick whichever hero you want. Now, of course, if you're building a character and you want to continue and commit to that character, you can pick whichever character you want. One copy of Fiesto works perfectly and it will help you around all of the content, especially in AFK. I'm using him until now at one copy and he's helping me a lot. But if you want to go and pick another character, and for the sake of the video, plus I want to build her in the future because she's so broken, we'll be talking about her and how good she is, Talene. And she's the Obsidian Queen Phoenix. Absolutely fantastic art. This is just like AFK Arena. She has similar functions, but she has also different functions. She could be a main role carry damage dealer. So we're gonna go and talk about her and about her kit, and we can upgrade our artifacts soon. So I'll do that later. And Talene, where is she? We just unlocked you. You should be somewhere here. Here she go. And that's Talene, absolutely fantastic. Now she's a mage. Of course, you can go and get her charms. We still don't have her charms. Let me check that. And we can buy charms from the merchant shop if we want. This is a very quick option to go to there instead of walking there. Now let's go and talk about her skills. Now she's absolutely the same as Smokey, but more broken and OP. Now Smokey have a wider range for healing. She has a smaller range. Her ultimate has 0 cooldown and has 0 stopping for her, so she can go and do her ultimate infinitely if you keep healing her, because she needs she consumes her health to a certain point until she dies or become low on health, and then she will go and into Phoenix form and explode, deal damage, stun, knock back enemies for 1 tile, and then goes up, and then she go and cast her ultimate again. Now if you can keep healing her, basic strategy that everybody are using is with Smokey, because she works well with him. She keeps getting healing and she does the damage, and her damage are absolutely phenomenal just on 1 copy. So imagine when you have her maxed, she will be absolutely a wreck. So Talene flies to a designated tile in the center of the battlefield in front of the enemies. So she goes to the most crowded place, consumes 12.5% of her max HP and 250% energy per second to shoot a 5-tile flame, dealing damage 150%, plus 20 if you want to know what is this increase in the stat. Each point ultimate increase gain. So by increasing the stats, she increases more. Damage to extra damage equal to 170 plus 1% of the stats of her HP to enemies within a range, which is absolutely phenomenal. Now her range does not cover backwards or to the far right, to the far left. She covers a small area that you can see, and you can click when you manual and see how much is the area there. The extra damage is shared among all hit enemies, so it will hit many enemies and it will consume their health and absolutely destroy them. She melts heroes absolutely perfectly. And when we get Stomper, you know, Croaker, I think, Croaker. Yeah, I think Croaker is the one that takes lives from you. He can eat Talene, and I think she would revive again and again and again. So you can have a Thorin Talene or Talene at alone, and she can tank all of that damage in front of the boss if you want to play her that way. We're gonna still test that because we didn't test it yet. Maybe he will eat her and she will never revive. But what we think is just like similar to AFK Arena, she will be the meta new lineup for Croaker, the Frogger, if you wanted to call him like that. Talene can cast this skill even when she is out of energy, but HP consumed per second will increase to 20%, so no longer 12.5 if she doesn't have energy anymore. Now, a good lineup is to have an energy buffer and HP buffer or HP healer on your lineup, especially if you have Smokey, which will allow her to be better. Ends when there are no enemies within range. So if she kills everybody, this is ending, or she can't hit anybody anymore. So she changed targets, she go and auto attack until she fills up again, and she does her ultimate again with full energy. So at level 2 it increases, level 3 that's what we get. Now let's talk about her passive. So whenever Talene loses 10% of her max HP, it's not when she loses it once or twice or every time she loses it. This is why we play her with a healer like Smokey, because she regains always the HP. She will release a warmth current that restores 40% of HP to the weakest allied hero. So this is perfectly great. She will be another healer on the lineup. So if Smokey is taking damage, he's healing himself and she's healing him. Plus, she can heal herself as well if she's the weakest ally with the HP, and Smokey will be healing her. So you're gonna get infinite healing, and you need to play a stall team with them, and then it will be perfectly nice. And we know Smokey at the third ultimate, he will cast his ultimate as well and deal damage. Whenever she restores 10% of her max HP, she will unleash a torrent that deals 50% damage to the healthiest enemy. So on top of healing your allies, every time she loses the 10% of HP, also she will deal damage to the enemies. The active, Talene consumes 20% of her max HP to summon a Divine Fire in the area with the most enemies, dealing 200% of damage plus the 10% damage that comes with an extra 40 plus 3 life drain to adjacent enemies, which means she recovers also with her skill when it's active. She does AoE damage to the most area that has enemies in it. So it doesn't matter where, she teleports there and she does it to the enemies, which is absolutely fantastic for her kit. Now, her passive, the regeneration, the blazing ascension. Talene transforms into a fireball of flame whenever she is defeated. So she never goes or leaves the field or disappears. Now, you can see that sometimes with Odie, and we tested that on a different account, Odie kills her and she comes back to life. So she never goes away forever. During this state, she cannot be attacked as she is not considered alive. So she's not there anymore. So she's invulnerable. And she can restore 8% of max HP per second, as well as benefit from allies' skills, which means healing. So you can revive her really fast if you have Smokey, if you have any other healer, Damien, or whatever it is on the lineup, and she will even restore faster and comes back to life. This is what will help her spam her skills. When her HP reaches 65% or above 65%, so 66%, she will resurrect and bring about an explosion dealing 150% plus 10% damage to enemies within 2 tiles and knocking them for 1 tile back, which it means interruption. So against other Smokey lineups, she will interrupt them. After each resurrection, her vitality duration during the flame state will be reduced permanently by 33%. Her vitality, it means the amount of healing she receives, which will be received, and she will, if you scale her more and more, it will go less and less. Now, if you get her to Legendary Plus, which is a really good point to get her at Legendary Plus, she will unlock a lot of passives. So, Talene increases the attack by 8% for up to 32% whenever she consumes 50% of HP. Now, many didn't understand this. This is not when she loses 50% HP and that's it, she get it once. No, that could scale so much because every time she loses 50%, so you can get her to 50, she loses 50%, you get her back to 100%, she loses another 50%, get her back to 50%, and this will stack. She will always get the 32% and she will become insane as a damage dealer in the future. Now, Talene increases attack by 9% for up to 36% whenever she consumes 50% and then goes to 10% and 40%. So you need to get her to level 3. Legendary is the best point to get her as free to play or low spender if you didn't commit and you don't have the resources. Now, her Mythic Plus, which is absolutely fantastic. Talene grants Pyre of Renewal to the foremost allied hero other than herself from the beginning of the battle until the end of the battle. Pyre of Renewal carrier will deal damage to 50% of their attack per second to adjacent enemies and restores HP equal to 25% of their damage dealt, which means life leech. She will give another hero on your lineup some life steal, and plus they will deal extra damage to the enemies in front of them, which is absolutely fantastic, especially for if you're playing somebody like Thorin with her and she's linked to him and she gives him that. It means extra damage. Whenever he's taking more damage, he will stack up even more and more and more and more and deals insane amount of damage. Now, one of the crucial or best buddies for her that we found is playing her with Mythic Plus Rainier, because she's gonna teleport there, she's deal damage, she takes the buff of attack and buff of defense, and she will heal even more, and she will deal insane amount of damage. Somebody was playing her with Thorin and Rainier, so we stacked her up with the buffs of both of them. Somebody played her with Friesto and with Rainier plus Coco on the lineup and Smokey. It was amazing. There is countless or there's a lot of numbers of synergies that you can play with her that is absolutely fantastic. Every time the carrier is healed by an amount equal to 500% of their attack, their own attack, a kindling will be generated next to them to permanently enhance Talene's Pyre of Renewal, increasing its damage dealt by 50% up to 3 stacks, which is absolutely fantastic. 3 stacks, she's gonna increase the damage dealt by 50%. That's a 150%. That's absolutely fantastic. Now at level 2, increases it to 55% and HP to 30%, which is great. At level 4, which is absolutely phenomenal. This one is great, actually. It's a hard investment, I know, but it's really good. When Pyre of Renewal reaches the maximum number of stacks and its carrier is defeated, all stacks will be consumed to transform the carrier into a ball of flame. So not only Talene will go and be a phoenix or a ball of flame, the other character also as well will be doing that. So you have 2 units that can resurrect at the same time. The carrier will then resurrect in 3 seconds with 50% of their max HP. This effect can only be triggered once in each battle, and this one requires you to go to plus 15. Now her Supreme, Talene increases her HP recovered per second by 15% while in flame state and when defeated for the first time in the battle, which is absolutely nice. So it's not the pivotal point to get her to Supreme Plus. The best point is to get her to Mythic Plus, and you can stop there a little bit if you want. But the most insane thing is for her, only her, not for her team, to get somebody resurrected, is getting her to Legendary Plus. She will be viable at Legendary Plus, and she will do a lot. Her season buff is recovers 90 energy per every 3 seconds after the battle starts until the first ultimate is cast. So it will help her get more energy when she cast her ultimate immediately, which is really great, actually. And this is all about Talene. Now, how do we use her on lineups? So let's go to our lineup and try to remove every single carry and play on lineup with a stall team. So this is how Friesto was great for me in every scenario. I give the buff for energy on my Cecilia, and I give tankiness for my Odie. Smokey is here to heal, and all of these are tanks. Now we can use her instead of her, and we don't need her to tank a lot. We just need her to survive and cast energy. So she has the buff of the season for her energy, plus she has the buff from Friesto to get more energy. So if we're gonna go and do the battle, I'm gonna keep it at ×2. I'm not gonna waste your time. So here we go. We wait for her to cast her ultimate. She went into Phoenix form because she died. She revived immediately, and now she's gonna do her ultimate, and bam. And we can heal from Smokey. She died again. Well, this is a high stage to her, especially that she doesn't have charms and we're not inflicting any silence on these units. We can do that, actually. I can immediately do that with changing my artifact, and I can silence them. But as we see, we can absolutely defeat this stage immediately. And now she's gonna revive and she's gonna go back. She will infinitely keep reviving, I think, but she will take more time to do that. And here we go. She got revived and she got the HP. It's all by her HP. Now, how much damage did she do with this amount of disabling and this amount of units attacking her? She did almost nothing. Yeah, almost 958. So let's go and test her on another lineup that she can deal a little bit of damage. The wolves will kill her immediately. So I'm gonna put Smokey here, and let's put them a little bit back so we can survive a little bit. Okay, here we go. So hopefully this one will help us a lot. So let's go and check this out. Okay, where is Talene now? She's still alive. She's accumulating energy, and now she does her ultimate. Come on, Talene, do it. Okay, she does her ultimate. She's dealing damage, and she's getting all the heals. She died for the first time because she tanks when she goes on the front. This is why linking her with Thorin is absolutely fantastic for her. And again, she revives and she deals auto attack damage until she have the ultimate again with her energy, and she will cast her energy. She can't be interrupted. She can't stop her ultimate until she gets stunned or interrupted. So you need to keep that in mind. So this is one of the things. She's just like Smokey, but Smokey is a little bit more stay in your ground and don't tank, stay safe and deal damage. And if we look at her damages, she's also dealing decent amount of damage. This is at 1 copy, which is really actually good. Now, if you want to go and try her embossing, so let's go and check the bossing. Here we go. We can level up our units again. We're going to go to the Primal Lord. Now, I didn't test her with the Primal Lord, of course. There's different lineups and synergies that you can play, and we covered that on my previous videos. You can play them. This is the lineup that gave me the highest record so far. We can remove somebody and add her and check how much damages does she do. So we're going to remove Odie right now and put her here, and we can leave everybody to tank. Yeah, I think this would be nice. So here we go. Let's go and check how much damage can we do with this lineup. If we have Talene like that, and we get the shields, of course, from Coco, that will keep her surviving actually, and she does damage. Look at her. As long as she's healing from Smokey, she will keep dealing damage until the wolves clap her. But hopefully we're gonna get the shields and we're gonna get the buff again. And she died for the first time. This is a high difficulty. This is endless mode. So it's very high difficult stage and hard for her to survive as one copy, of course. And here we go. Don't die, merrily. Keep surviving. And here we go. She does her ultimate now. She's dealing a lot of damage. And we got the shields. We get the buffs from Coco. And we're still dealing good amount of damage. That's not actually bad. This is really good. And why did she stop? It's when the boss knocks her out or interrupts her. So she can infinitely go and deal damage. As you see here, she's having heals because she's consuming her health right now. And this is the damage that we did with her. Now, of course, getting her up and improving her and upgrading her will get her more damages. Let's check the damages that she did. 576 million damage, which is not that impressive for a unit on that kind of strategy or lineup because she's at one copy, no charms. Of course, when I farm charms for her, when I get more copies of her, she will be absolutely magnificent and she will help you a lot in every case and scenario. That's how she looks right now. And this is how we got her. So you need to finish the story and reach the tower so you can get more copies of her. Let's go and do some summons. I think I still have some summons, maybe, or we can get her from the guild shop, right? She's added to the guild shop. And yes, she's added. So I can grab one copy and next I can grab another copy. I can buy all the Stargazer, of course, and you can go and buy from Arena your Stargazers here. I think they reduced it. Because in Champion, I can buy them always. But if you were not in Champion, I think you can buy them again. And they added to the shop also as well. This is perfect. I will not buy any heroes anymore. I will still buy these. Let me check. How much summons do we have? I think I can summon for her now. I think I'm at a point that I can summon for her. Rainier is, for me, needs 4 more copies, so I can get him to Mythic Plus. Yeah, at 5, we're gonna get a copy. So I think I should get her to Legendary Plus just to test her like that. I'm doing that. Don't do that. Commit to 1 unit. Pull 1 unit only. Commit to that unit. Finish it to whatever level you need. Like Rainier, go to Mythic Plus, then think about building other units. There's Friesto now that is amazing. Scarletta is amazing. Rainier is a must-have at Mythic Plus for helping you in many situations, PvP, PvE, and story mode and bossing. Now Talene, because she's the hyped hero, and for the sake of YouTube, we're gonna go and summon her. We're gonna get another copy of her, and here we go. And hopefully we get some diamonds. I never got any diamonds from here, so it would be really nice if we get diamonds. So we're gonna get 1 copy of her. Hopefully we can get double. It would be awesome for the video. So let's go and check our luck. What did we get? And we got the 3k diamonds, which is absolutely nice. I've never got that. And we had 1 copy of her. Now, if we upgrade her, do we need 1 more copy to get her to Legendary Plus, or am I tripping? So let's go and check Talene. Here we go. So we can get her up to Epic Plus. Can we get her to Legendary? And 1 copy for Legendary, another copy for Legendary Plus. So I can buy 1 from the shop, get her to Legendary. I can summon for more, get her to Legendary Plus when we get the currencies. And she will be optimal because all we need is her Legendary Plus to get her viable at least with her attack and her scaling, which is absolutely fantastic. And that was it for this video. Let me know about your opinions. Let me know if you can summon for her. Let me know if she's a good unit for you. Is that what you wanted? How did you go with your testing? Did you build her up? What's the best lineup that you went with? And yeah, we can share it with everybody else. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If you didn't, I thank you for watching. And as always, stay frosty. Peace.